What's going on, everyone? This is the Winnipeg Railfan, and welcome back to another one of these low-effort train commentary slop videos. Oh my lord, the slop thickens. Yeah, we are doing another one of these videos because I'm working on some bigger projects, and I want to have something to fill the gap in, you know, content. Cha-ching. That's all I'm doing this for, really. Anyways, yeah, so I actually wanted to do this video way back in February, I think, because one of the videos I'm going to talk about here later actually came out in February, around the time I was working on my Milwaukee Road video. So I kind of put this project on the back burner, and I left it on the back burner, and it burnt to a crisp, and now we're going to start from scratch at the end of May, I think. Yeah, it's 20... Yeah, it's the 29th. And the Edmonton Oilers beat the Dallas Stars 6-3. Let's go. Man, I'm so glad. I'm so happy for them, man. Doing the Jets justice for that terrible loss. Anyways, this is not about hockey. This is about I just smacked the pop filter. AI. AI needs no introduction. It's everywhere at this point. It's pretty much taken over the world. Like, in some way, shape, or form, right now, as of May 2025, AI is with you. Like, it could be your self-driving car in the garage, like your Tesla, if you have a Tesla, unfortunately. I'm just kidding. It could be your, cordless vacuum or your Amazon Alexa. People don't really have those anymore, but, you get the idea. Your phone, like Siri, or whatever Samsung uses. What is it called? Bixby, I guess. I don't know. I don't have it set up. And then, of course, it's on TV. Like, major corporations are using it for commercials now. It could just be a voiceover, or it could be like a fully AI-generated commercial. Like Coca-Cola's last Christmas commercial was completely AI-generated. That's crazy. Well, actually, I don't know about the music. Maybe that's real. But everything you could see, like all the visuals, that was completely computer generated. Like, that's crazy. It's like, and a lot of people didn't actually notice really until like videos and news articles came out about it being fake. And that's the thing. That's the sort of, I wouldn't say scary, but just, I don't know, shocking, I guess, or surprising thing about how fast AI programs evolve. Like, back in the day, like 2020, 21 or whatever, we have those videos of weirdly deformed Will Smith eating spaghetti, and now there's like stuff that's like, honestly, for a lot of people that aren't chronically online, like myself and a lot of you watching this video, it's gonna be hard, like for your parents or your grandparents to tell if it's real or fake. Like, there's completely AI generated Minecraft, like, or just video game let's plays out there now. There's street interviews. I saw one on Instagram this morning. I don't know. It was crazy. It's crazy. But it just has this look to it that you could sort of tell if it's real or fake. Because it's trying to generate what, like, the background defocus looks like on a camera lens. I completely blanked on what the technical term is for it. But, yeah, you get the idea. Anyways, here we are 4 minutes into the video, and I'm finally getting to the point. It's sort of seeped into the train community, I guess, or train commentary side of YouTube, I guess, if you want to call it that. I've been made aware through the Discord server of a couple of videos that are completely AI generated. One is a documentary on a train crash, and the other is a essay on a locomotive. So the first video I wanted to take a look at is this video called Train Collision in Canada, 1986 Hinton Train Crash Documentary. And just first off, the thumbnail is just bizarre. It's of a train crash, and the text on it just says 1986 Hinton. It's not, that's it. It's really vague. Like, it's not really clear where it took place. And the thumbnail doesn't give you any hints either. It's just a AI generated image of a quote unquote train crash. There's, two trains crashing into each other here, or supposedly. It looks like they're just coupling up to each other, and there's like stuff on the ground there. It's just, it looks terrible. It looks it looks terrible. So with this video compared to like another one we'll look at later, this one, with a lot of commentary videos, and mine included, like a lot of like human-run train commentary channels are guilty of this, and I am too. It will take an article on something and rephrase it so we're not reading it off word for word, just to sort of like explain it for people that aren't into trains or whatever, so they can understand, sorta. But with AI, of course, it's just reading it so it's not plagiarism. At least this one shows some images that are sort of related to the train crash. I mean, granted, there aren't really many photos of the actual equipment that was involved in the wreck. I don't know why that just reminded me of that one news clip where it's like, we tried to reach out to the person killed in the crash, but they were unavailable for comment. So I'll cut it some slack for that, I guess. But overall, like, the video editing is, I don't know, it feels like what someone would explain, what one of those popular YouTube documentary channels, their editing style. Like, for example, Sunny V2 or, Internet Anarchist or, channels like that. Honestly, it feels more like they typed into like a video, like whatever AI program, edit a video like Sunny V2, and then, computer crapped it out and it looked like this. And yeah, that's sort of how it feels, like, editing wise. It's got all the fancy, like, flashy graphics and stuff like that, and all that stuff, so it's not like a picture slideshow. There's even though it's, artificial and fake, there's a little bit of effort put into this, I guess. Of course, since it's a, computer generated voiceover thing, it's not going to pronounce everything correctly, and there's a lot of stuff that it does pronounce wrong. And, a lot of, like, human channels do that as well. But, of course, it's going to happen more with computer-generated voice and stuff like that. Overall, the video sucks. Definitely go watch Thunderbolt 1000's video on it. This actually came out around the same time as his. It's a weird coincidence. Or maybe the guy saw it and then, generated one after it to get some views or something like that. And it pales in comparison to Thunderbolt's video on it. Anyways, so let's talk about this next video here. This one is by a channel that is definitely like brand new and completely AI generated, like 110%. There's no human behind this channel, I'm sure of it. This one's titled GEAC 6000 CW, the biggest train engine in the world. This is definitely a video that exists on the internet. Like, I think the text even is AI generated, because like there's a tiny thing that says GEAC. It looks like it just says ACC. I'm reading this right now. ACC 6W. Like, and then on the front of the train it says GE 66000W. It's crazy. I don't even know what this train's supposed to be. It is not an AC 6000. It's like if you took an F-125, like one of those stupid Southern California passenger engines, and like turned it into a Mad Max creation or something like that. It looks stupid. If you look throughout the video, it's like a slideshow, like PowerPoint kind of thing on the AC 6000. It's like it took an article on trains and read it out, sort of, switched the words around to make it quote unquote original. It just feels like it just shoehorns AC 6000 into an article about, high horsepower efficient trains or whatever. There is zero footage of an AC 6000 in there whatsoever. There's stock footage of a steam train, something from Europe, a Gevo, like no letter. It's like a BNSF Gevo with no numbers or letters on it. There's an electric thing in there. There's like a Russian locomotive in there. It barely talks about the AC 6000. It's just like, a video on the environmental impact of trains and the future of rail transport and energy efficient trains and whatever. And it just, like I said, puts AC6000 in there to sort of, you know, make it relevant to the title, I guess. It is terrible. This video was definitely generated by someone who knows even less about trains than whoever did the Hinton thing. Like, I mean, it does like give some correct info on the AC60. Like, it's 16 cylinder, 6,000 horsepower motor, or whatever, you know, that sort of stuff. But it just, like I said, it just shoehorns little bits of facts on the AC60 into a video about, not even a video, just, I want to say word salad about trains or whatever. It just feels like they, you know, put words together, put it into a sentence and shoved it out and put it over like a slideshow, PowerPoint type thing of a, you know, train or whatever. It is that bad, I'm telling you. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say, really. I'm sure I'm just scratching the surface of what kind of AI generated slop is out there in terms of train content. Like, who knows? I'm probably missing out on some like Thomas and Friends commentary slop, like the detailed history of Thomas or Percy or I don't know any other Thomas characters anymore. I forgot them all. You know, stuff like that. Who knows? Maybe Sodor Productions is like a lizard person or a robot. I'm just kidding. Anyways, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'd wrap it up here. But honestly, not to be a downer, not to end this on a sour note, but I'd probably expect more like AI crap in the next few years without like regulations on AI programs and stuff like that. But, you know, who really wants the government regulating stuff anymore? You know, they can't. I wouldn't even trust the government to run a lemonade stand, let alone, you know, AI on the internet that anyone can access as of right now, or a rail network. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, that's just how it is, I guess. We're just gonna have to deal with it, and you know, it's hard because like it's gonna get to the point where, like I said earlier, it's gonna be indistinguishable from real content. And if you try and report stuff, you might accidentally report a real video or something like that that just looks somehow AI generated. And of course, that's a huge issue with art. You know, this isn't an art channel, so I can't really talk about it because, you know, I'm not really an artist. So, yeah, that's already a huge issue with AI art and, you know, it training off of art without the consent of artists and stuff like that. And so, you know, it's crazy. It is really crazy. And I hate the argument of like, oh, AI makes art more accessible, blah, blah, blah. Bro, it is infinitely easier to take a piece of paper and a pencil and start drawing until eventually you keep practicing and it'll look good. It's not super hard to do that. It's less scummy than, you know, downloading a program, paying for it if you're that much of an idiot, and typing in a command that says, you know, draw, you know, I don't know, for example, Toriel from Undertale in a golden bikini or something like that. I hope I scarred some of you for life. Alright, that's enough yapping. I've gone on for like almost 15 minutes now. It's crazy. So I guess to rip off another one of my favorite YouTubers, Luna, moral of the story is, don't use AI to generate content or art especially. It is so easy to learn how to use whatever video editing program you want, and you don't have to have like one of the fancy ones like Sony Vegas or Adobe Premiere or whatever. You could use like one of the free ones or whatever. Windows Movie Maker even. I think that's still around. I don't know. And you don't have to have like a Blue Yeti mic setup or whatever to record your audio. You could just use your thing, your what is it, voice recorder on your phone or whatever. It's that easy, really. Yeah, and you know, as the saying goes, practice makes perfect, and you know, with repetition of like making videos or whatever, you start to get better. You start to improve on things, and you know, all that good stuff. Anyways, that will do it for this video. This has gone on for way too long. thanks for watching. Shout out to the channel members. You guys know who you are. Probably too lazy to put up a little graphic for you guys in the video, but if I do, there you are. Thanks for your support. Otherwise, subscribe for more mediocre train content coming your way when Skynet takes over the world. Probably like 5 days or whatever. Yeah, that's about it. Of course, you know the rules. Be nice in the comments. Don't diddle kids. Don't derail trains for clout. See you next Tuesday.